kids, and welcome to this special bonus lesson. If you're watching this, it means that you've been with the Busy Kids Do Piano program for 5 months now. So I wanted to let you know that I'm really proud of you and I'm really grateful for you. And I hope that you're seeing lots of growth and excited about all the music that you've been learning. Today we're going to do a special fun song called Take Me Out to the Ballgame. I thought this would be a fun one because right now, the time that I'm recording this, it's June where I live in Montana, and a lot of my piano students are playing baseball, and so we sing the song a lot when we're at baseball games. But no matter when you're watching this, whether it's the middle of winter where you are, or the middle of summer, I think it's still a fun song to play. It's going to have some concepts that I teach in level 1 and level 2. So if you haven't quite reached level 2 yet, it's okay to stretch yourself a little bit in this song and I'll help you out along the way. But if you feel really frustrated, don't worry about it. You can just let it go and then come back to it another time down the road. If you're beyond level 2 and this seems a little easy to you, you could experiment with adding some different chords and different accompaniment and see if you can try challenging yourself by making the piece a little bit more difficult. Let's have a closer look at the music. Now the song for the most part is pretty straightforward, but let's take a look at some of the symbols and also just get an overview of the piece. How many beats are going to be in each measure of this piece? If you said 3, you're correct. The top number of my time signature is a 3, which means 3 beats per measure. Let's write out the counts for this first line here. How many beats does my half note receive? If you said 2, you're correct. So 1, 2, here's beat 3. 1, 2, 3 is down in the left hand. And then how many beats does a dotted half note receive? If you said 3, you're correct. So 1, 2, 3, and then another dotted half note, 1, 2, 3. Let's take a look at this next part of the piece. Same rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And now here I have a curved line that's connecting one note to the very same note. Do you remember what this is called? If you said a tie, you're correct. So I'm going to play the note and hold it for 1, 2, 3 plus 1, 2, 3. But I'll play the note one time and hold it for this many beats plus this many beats. You'll notice there's another tie down here at the end of our piece in the treble clef. Let's try clapping this rhythm while I point. 1, 2, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, hold 2, 3. Now, if that was a little bit tricky for you, that's okay. You can always pause the video and try clapping it a few more times till you feel comfortable with the rhythm. Something I want to point out to you down here is this sign right here that's in front of this note. Now, if you're not yet in level 2, that's perfectly fine. This is something that we learn in level 2, and I'm going to explain it to you now so you'll be a little bit ahead of the game for level 2. This is called a sharp sign. A sharp sign in front of the note means that you're going to raise the note to the very next note. So you're going to go 1/2 step higher. So that sharp sign was in front of the F. So typically I'd play an F, but if there's an F sharp, I'm going to go to the very next highest note, which is this flat key right here. So that's my F sharp. You'll see that sharp sign also pop up here in the bass clef, so you'll play an F sharp again. And then you're also going to see it pop up here in the bass clef. So what note is going to be sharped here? If you said C sharp, you're correct. So here's my C key. If I jump up to the very next key, I play this flat key here. So watch for those sharp signs in the music. And if you need to, you can circle them or highlight them just so you remember when you get to them. Another note that I'm going to point out to you is this D right here. If you haven't yet reached level 2, this note will be new to you. So this is a D here. This line is the C ledger line. And then if I step up from the C ledger line, I'm on D. So if we look at our keyboard here, if I step up from the C, here's my D. So that's what it looks like on the keyboard compared to what it looks like on the staff. A few other symbols I'll point out to you in this last line of music. Do you remember what these side V's are called? Those are accent marks. You're going to play them a little bit louder than the rest of the music. And then we have one staccato sign right here. It's the lone staccato of the piece. So this note is going to be nice and short and detached. Let's go ahead and try some of this music at the piano. All right, so take a moment to make sure that you're seated in the center of your piano. Here's my middle C. So you want your nose to be right above middle C. The hand position is going to be this. So my right hand finger 1 is on D. My left hand finger 1 is on C. Now my hand position is going to stay like this for the entire piece, but on the last 2 measures, the left hand's going to reach finger 1 up to D, and then play B and G. Can you try the last 3 notes of the left hand with me? Ready, go. Let's do it again. Ready, go. Now remember, for the rest of the piece, finger 1 in the left hand is going to be on that middle C. Let's go ahead and try the first 4 measures. So the notes that are under that first big slur, we want to play them smooth and connected. 1, 2, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. How'd you do? I'd like you to pause the video and play that one more time on your own. When you've played it one more time, press play. All right, let's take a look at the second section of the piece, which are those notes underneath the slurs. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold 2, 3. Did you remember that tied note at the end? I'd like you to pause it and try it one more time on your own, and when you're ready, press play. All right, let's start in measure measure 9 and play through measure 12 now. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Did you do all right switching between the right and the left hand there? Pause the video and try that one time on your own. All right, we're moving right along now to the I don't care if I never get back part. And this part is where we have that F sharp. So typically I'd play an F, but remember we jump up to the very next key. So finger 3 is going to be on this black key right here. Let's try from I don't care through root, that first note in measure 17. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Let's do that one more time together. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. All right, now pause the video and I'd like you to try playing that 2 times on your own, and then when you're ready, press play. All right, the next section of the song is very similar to the beginning of the song. So let's start on the second root, that quarter note in the right hand on measure 17. What note do we play there? You said G, you're correct. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Rest. How did we do on that one? Let's try it from that same spot again, and let's do it together. Ready, go. Root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. All right, now for it's 1, 2, 3. This part can be a little tricky because we're going to play both hands at the same time. So notice in measure 24, there's a rest. And then we sing 4, it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. Let's just try that much with the right hand. Ready, go. Rest 4, it's 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3 strikes, you're out. Now let's try just the left hand starting in measure 25. You're going to start on G, then you're going to use finger 5 to play that F sharp. Here's my F, I jump up a half step. So G, F sharp, G, staccato. Let's try that much. Ready? Go. G, 2, 3, F sharp, 2, 3, short. Let's try it again. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Did you remember the staccato? Let's try the 1, 2, 3 hands together. So measure 25. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Let's try it again. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Did you remember to make the left hand staccato but not the right hand? Let's try from the 4, it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. Let's try it. 4, it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. All right, now for of the, we have our thumb sneaking up to C sharp to play it here. So you're going to go back and forth between D and C sharp. Can you try that measure with me? Ready, go. Out of the. Let's do it again. Ready, go. Out of the. All right, now we're ready finally for the ending. Old ball game. So we just step up starting on E, remembering that F sharp to G. Let's just try the right hand there. Ready, go. Old ball game, 2, 3, hold 2, 3. Did you remember the tied note there? And then we have those last 3 notes that we worked on at the very beginning here, where we reach the thumb up to play D. Now the trick is you're going to hold the G in the right hand while the left hand plays that. So let's just try the last 2 measures hands together. Ready, go. Let's do it again. Ready, go. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Did you keep holding onto that G and remember about the tie? Let's try it one last time. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, I'd like you to pause the video and practice from 4, it's 1, so measure 24 through the end 3 times. When you're ready, press play. All right, now you've learned all the various parts from Take Me Out to the Ball Game. I'm going to go ahead and play this entire piece so that you'll hear how it's going to sound. But if you feel like you need to spend some more time working on it, that's okay. You can do that after you complete this lesson video. So let me go ahead and play Take Me Out to the Ball Game for you.